Welcome to the Depth Dive. We're the show that loves to unravel tricky topics, find those surprising gems, and really make sense of things for you. Today, we're diving into something I bet every single one of us has been through. You know, that moment you replay later and just cringe. Okay, picture this. You're in the elevator, maybe zoning out a bit, and a colleague smiles and says, "Nice weather today, isn't it?" And bam, your brain just freezes. Total whiteout. Or maybe you're at the bus stop scrolling through your phone and a stranger looks at the dark clouds rolling in and says, "Uh-oh, looks like rain." What do you do? Maybe a quick nod, a mumbled yeah, and then suddenly your shoes are the most interesting thing in the world. The conversation just dies right there. Poof. Gone. It seems so tiny, so insignificant, but you just missed this perfect, easy chance to, connect. And these little moments, they're everywhere, shutting down possibilities.
That's it exactly, isn't it? It's really not about whether, the difference between cirrus and cumulus clouds. That frees up that mental blank. It's about something much bigger. It's a missed opportunity for just basic human connection. And it's not just a challenge for millions of English learners trying to get fluent, honestly. Even native speakers stumble over this all the time. We tend to really undervalue just how powerful simple weather talk can be. Because, look, the truth is, talking about the temperature or the sun or a bit of rain, it's this universal key, this gateway. It's super low stakes, but the potential reward is huge. You can open up chat with pretty much anyone, anywhere. It's like social etiquette 101, a real lubricant for interaction, but so many of us feel totally unprepared for it. It's weird.
Well, today we're flipping that script. We are going to turn that awkwardness completely on its head. This deep dive is all about transforming those, dead silences into conversations that actually flow, that feel confident. We're going to unpack everything from Speak English Daily. It's this fantastic source that promises way more than just a few phrases. They really aim to overhaul your small talk skills and help you, as they put it, unlock weather confidence. Sounds good, right?
Absolutely. Our mission today is basically to give you a shortcut, a fast track, if you will, a way to become effortlessly knowledgeable about this universal topic, but more importantly, to feel genuinely confident in one of the most common ways we interact socially. Just talking about the weather. By the end of this, you won't just have the words. You'll have the techniques, the practical know-how to jump into weather chats easily. And it's not just about filling silence. It's about keeping that conversation going, building real connection, learning how to take that first little comment and spin it into something longer, something meaningful. Really learn how to make this a long conversation. Yeah. The hidden power of weather talk, more than just clouds.
Okay, let's really dig into that feeling, that frustrating moment. Someone hits you with a super simple, nice weather today, and boom, anxiety kicks in. Your heart maybe races a little. Why? I think it's often because we totally misread the situation, don't we? Instead of just seeing it as a friendly opening, like, hey, let's chat for a second, we hear it as a pop quiz. Our brain goes, quick. What's the forecast? Humidity levels. What's the hardest thing I can say about the barometric pressure? It's ridiculous when you think about it, but here's the big insight. It's not a test, not even close. It's just an invitation, a casual, open door. And treating it like an exam means we completely miss the point, the social gesture underneath.
That's exactly the mistake we make. We consistently, seriously underestimate what weather talk is really for. It's almost never about delivering a weather report, right? Its main job is to start and keep a social connection going. Think of it like the WD-40 of social interaction, a universal icebreaker. It works across cultures, ages, backgrounds. It just works. And why? Because the weather is right here, right now. It's something we're all sharing in this moment. And crucially, it's almost always neutral ground, safe, non-controversial. It's an incredibly easy entry point. You don't have to find out if they like the same movies or agree on politics or anything heavy, but you are both standing under the same sky, feeling the same temperature. Right then, right there. Yeah, think about the mechanics of why it's so universally appealing. Like you said, whether you're squished in that elevator or waiting for the bus, looking up at the clouds, feeling the wind, it's a collective thing. Everyone around you is experiencing it too, in that exact same moment. That immediacy, that universality, it's what makes it the perfect low-stakes starter. It's a shared reality. You don't need any background info on the other person. No awkward guessing about their interests. It's just, hey, we're both here now, experiencing this. And because it's shared, it instantly creates this little bubble of agreement, a tiny bridge, even before you say much else. It's like a silent nod. Yep, we're in this together.
It's like acknowledging the shared space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let's go back to those examples from Speak English Daily because they really nail it.
Yeah.
That elevator scenario
Yeah.
where it just dies with a mumbled, yeah, good. You didn't just fail at meteorology. You failed to see the invitation. You basically just politely shut the door that person opened.
Ouch. But true.
And same thing at the bus stop. Stranger mentions the rain clouds, your mind goes blank, you just nod and look away. Okay, you understood the words, but you missed the real message, the underlying, hey, want to connect for a second, invitation.
Hmm.
These little moments are so important because they're small, low pressure, they're gentle chances to just acknowledge reality together, and more importantly, they're invitations to maybe keep talking. The weather isn't the point. It's just the easy, familiar path to a potential conversation, maybe even a longer one.
And that's really the promise our source, Speak English Daily, makes, isn't it? They say by the time we're done here, you'll never run out of things to say about the weather, which sounds amazing. And more than that, you'll actually transform your small talk skills right now. So it's not just about memorizing phrases, it's about unlocking that ability to connect that's hiding in these everyday moments. It's about building that core confidence to take that simple shared observation and, stretch it out, make it into something more engaging, something that actually helps you sustain a conversation, make it longer. 2, the shadowing method, rewiring for natural conversation. Okay, so the source doesn't just dump a list of phrases on us, which is great. They introduce this really interesting technique. Powerful, they call it, shadowing. And the instruction is super specific. Shadow everything I say, every word, every pause, every emotion. Oh, that doesn't sound like just listening. It sounds active, intense almost. What exactly is shadowing? And why is it supposedly so good for learning language and, well, getting better at talking?
Yeah, shadowing is way, way more than just repeating words like a parrot. It's really immersive. It uses multiple senses, gets your brain and body working together. It's all about active, precise mimicry, not just memorizing the words. When you shadow properly, you're not just echoing, you're trying to nail the speaker's rhythm, their melody, the intonation, the stresses, even the feeling behind the words. It's this whole body approach that makes it so uniquely effective. Think of it like a musician learning a song by ear.
Yeah.
They're not just hitting the notes, they're trying to capture the feel, the nuances of the original performance.
Okay, I get that. Or like an athlete practicing a move.
Exactly. Over and over until it's automatic. Second nature. So let's break down how it trains your mouth, your ears, and your brain all at once. Your mouth literally builds muscle memory. You practice the physical shapes needed for clear, natural pronunciation. You're not just thinking about how to say it, you're doing it physically, building those native-like muscle patterns.
Right, so it becomes easier to actually make the sounds.
Precisely. Then, your ears get super sharp. They start picking up all the subtle stuff, the rise and fall of the voice, the natural rhythm, the way sentences flow together in real conversation. You learn to hear it, anticipate it, internalize it. Your listening skills get way better, almost intuitive.
And the brain, what's happening there?
The brain, that's where the real magic happens. Shadowing helps basically hardwire natural language patterns directly into your neurology. It kind of bypasses that slow, clunky translation process that trips up so many learners.
Yeah.
You move towards just knowing what sounds right, automatic expression. It all works together, mouth, ears, brain, creating this synergistic loop that speeds up fluency like crazy. Language stops being something you consciously construct and starts being something you just use.
Wow.
And that leads to this really powerful statement in the source. You're not just learning English, you're becoming English. You're rewriting your brain to think, breathe, and speak like a native. Now, that sounds dramatic, I know, but there's real truth to it, neurologically speaking. When you do this kind of immersive shadowing consistently, you are forging new pathways in your brain. You're absorbing the rhythm, the flow, the whole vibe of the language until it feels less like work and more like just talking, natural, effortless. This kind of practice builds not just skill, but deep confidence. You stop searching for words, they just appear. Automaticity, I like that. Exactly. It makes communicating feel less like a chore and more like just being yourself.
Ooh, which is absolutely crucial if you want to take a simple weather comment and turn it into a relaxed, longer conversation. Now let's stretch this idea. If shadowing works so well for language, what about other communication stuff?
Like what?
Well, imagine using it for public speaking. What if you shadowed a really charismatic speaker? Copied their pauses, their vocal punch, how they structure things, maybe even their body language. Interesting.
Or think about tricky social situations. What if you practiced shadowing difficult conversations? Rehearsing not just what you'd say, but the tone, the timing, the active listening pauses. The core idea is internalizing complex patterns, language, behavior, emotion, through active mimicry. It's a seriously powerful tool for getting better at communicating in all sorts of ways. It reshapes how your brain works, letting you step into conversations feeling more prepared, more capable, ready to actually connect and, yes, keep that dialogue going.
That's really fascinating, applying it beyond just language. And the great thing is, our source gives us the perfect stuff to practice with, those 80 essential phrases for every weather situation. And I really like that they stress the accessibility part. They literally say, no pressure, just save this video and come back anytime. They even put in chapters so you can jump around. That shows they really care about you, the learner, letting you go at your own speed, revisit stuff, build that confidence bit by bit, one perfectly shadowed phrase at a time. 3. Navigating the weather vocabulary landscape. 80 phrases for every situation. Okay, so we have this powerhouse technique, shadowing. Now let's unlock the treasure chest itself, this toolkit of 80 essential phrases. What's brilliant is how the source breaks them down into categories. It's like having a specific tool ready for any kind of weather chat that pops up. It's not just knowing words, it's knowing which word fits this moment, right? Knowing what to grab when someone mentions the sky.
Absolutely. Having them categorized like this is clutch. It helps you think strategically about how to respond, not just react. So let's walk through these categories. We won't just list phrases. We'll look at how you use them and what kind of conversation they tend to spark. This is where we see how simple weather chat can really blossom into something more substantial. First up, sunny weather and nice days. The source says these are perfect for good weather days. Obvious, maybe, but useful. Think of things like, beautiful day, isn't it? Or, I just love days like this. Maybe, perfect day for a walk. Or, wow, the sun is really shining today.
Yeah, those feel good to say.
Exactly. They create this instant positive vibe. They practically beg for agreement, right? So you get that immediate little connection based on shared pleasantness. And from there, it's super easy to pivot. You could ask, doing anything nice outside later? Or share your own feeling. The sunshine just perks me right up, you know. It sets a really positive stage for talking about plans, mood, just enjoying the moment together.
Okay, makes sense. What about the opposite?
Right. Rainy weather and storms. These are for when it's wet outside. Useful ones here are, looks like rain, or maybe, did you hear that thunder earlier? Or if you actually got caught in it, ugh, I got soaked in the rain. Also, it's really pouring out there. Or the classic, what a downpour.
Those definitely invite a different kind of response.
Totally. They often lead to shared complaining, but in a nice way, you know. Commiseration, oh man, I hope this stops soon, I need to go out.
Yeah.
Or maybe you swap stories. I left my umbrella at home again. It's that shared mild hassle that can actually bring people closer. You might talk practicalities too. Are you heading out in this? Or drive safe if you are? Finding common ground to the inconvenience.
Okay, good ones. What about cold?
Cold weather and winter. Phrases perfect for chilly days, like, better wear warm clothes today, or the visual, I can see my breath. Maybe the practical, my heating bill is going to be high this month. Or just a simple, brr, it's freezing out there, or wow, the temperature really dropped overnight.
Again, instant shared feeling.
Exactly. Empathy kicks in. Shared discomfort, maybe even a little joke about surviving the cold. It easily leads to chats about staying warm. Got any tricks for keeping warm? Or winter activities. Are you a fan of the cold or just counting down to spring? Or just that shared longing for warmer days, bonding over the shared experience.
And the flip side? Heat.
Yep, hot weather in summer. Phrases described as great for warm days. Think, phew, it's hot and sticky today. Or I really need some shade. Or just, I'm too hot. Maybe the more dramatic, this heat is unbearable. Or the appreciative, thank goodness for the air conditioning.
Similar to cold, but maybe less complaining. Or different complaining.
Yeah, different complaining. But still that shared physical feeling and the desire for relief. So conversations often turn to, how are you staying cool? Or summer plans, hitting the beach this weekend, or talking about fun things to do in the heat. It often has a more relaxed, maybe even slightly lazy feel. Thinking about comfort and fun.
Okay, those cover the current conditions. What about looking ahead?
Great point. That's where weather predictions and forecasts come in. These are explicitly great for planning and future talk. Phrases like, what's the weather forecast looking like? Or, it's supposed to rain later. Or the opposite, the forecast says sunny skies all week. Also, I heard it might clear up. Or, are we expecting any changes?
So this is how you extend the conversation.
Precisely. This is a key pivot. You move from just noticing the weather to planning around it. This opens up talk about upcoming events, weekend stuff, travel, outdoor activities. It has that forward-looking angle. You could ask, does the forecast mess up any plans you had? It encourages a longer chat about what's coming up.
Smart. What if the weather is like actively changing?
Good one. That's weather changes and transitions. Perfect for describing evolving weather patterns. Think, wow, the weather is really changing quickly, or what a difference from yesterday, or maybe, well, the storm passed quickly, thankfully. Also, look at those clouds rolling in, or it went from bright sun to overcast in like 5 minutes.
These show you're paying attention.
Exactly. It shows you're observant, noticing more than just the static moment. It can lead to chats about climate, the seasons, personal preferences. Do you like it when it changes suddenly like this? It adds a layer of reflection.
Okay, what about just starting the conversation cold?
Yep, weather conversation starters, described as natural ways to begin. Things like, how's the weather treating you? Or a bit more expressive, can you believe this weather? Or the classic, crazy weather we're having, isn't it? Maybe, looks like we're in for some weather later. Or simply, what do you think of this weather?
These are more direct invitations.
Totally. They're explicitly asking for an opinion, a shared feeling. They're like saying, hey, let's talk about this.
All right.
A clear signal you want to engage,
Yeah,
opening the door for them to respond and elaborate.
makes sense. What about getting more specific than just hot or cold?
Right, describing weather conditions.
Mm.
These are more specific ways to describe what you feel, like, erg, it's so humid today, or it's a bit overcast, isn't it? Maybe the air feels really heavy, or there's a lovely gentle breeze, or perhaps it feels surprisingly mild for January.
These show a bit more vocabulary, finesse.
Exactly. A deeper understanding. You can articulate nuance. It makes the description more engaging, less generic. It invites the other person to share their specific feelings too. Yeah, the humidity is getting to me too. It makes the exchange richer, more personal.
And finally, the dramatic stuff.
Ah, yes. Extreme weather and reactions. For those dramatic weather situations, think big. It's absolutely pouring out there. What a downpour. This heat is just unbearable. The famous, it's raining cats and dogs. Or maybe, wow, the wind is really picking up.
These pack a punch.
They do. They express strong feelings, vivid pictures. They often spark shared stories. Reminds me of that crazy storm last year. Or shared anxieties about what's happening. They create a high-impact shared moment you can easily build on.
Wow, okay. That's a lot of ground covered.
It is. But you see how this isn't just about naming the weather. This rich vocabulary gives you so many different doors to open. It lets you move way beyond a simple, yep, nice day, into something dynamic, flowing, something that can genuinely become a longer, more connected conversation. It's a complete social toolkit, really. 4. From phrases to flow, real-life conversational scenarios.
Okay, this is where it gets really practical, putting theory into action. Our source says, quite rightly, just knowing the phrases isn't the whole picture. You got to put these effective sentences into action. And they give these great scenarios showing how weather talk isn't just about now, but how it flows, how it links up with bigger conversations. This is where the real learning happens, right? When you stop just reciting and start feeling the conversation, living the story, making it feel natural.
And a really key part of this, which the source emphasizes, is practicing with a conversation partner and friend. They highlight that because interactive practice is what builds real confidence. It takes you from just knowing the words in your head.
But actually using them spontaneously.
Exactly. It helps you get used to the back and forth, the rhythm of real chat. You learn to react naturally, not just recite lines. It's the bridge from knowing to doing, especially if you want that conversation to actually go somewhere, to become longer.
Okay, let's jump into scenario 1. Monday morning at the office. A classic setting. Imagine this. Morning, Mark. How was the weekend?
Morning. Pretty good, mostly. Though, man, I got totally caught in that crazy storm yesterday afternoon.
Oh, no, really? I saw it roll in. It was absolutely hammering down, wasn't it? Were you out in it for long?
Tell me about it. Walking back from the shops, sunny 1 minute, biblical downpour the next, and the thunder. Did you hear that? So loud. Shook my whole building.
Yes. Woke me up around midnight, actually. Thought a window might break. But hey, look at today. Absolutely beautiful, right? Not a cloud. And the air feels so clean after the rain.
Totally agree. I love days like this. Perfect weather for getting outside. Maybe a walk in the park later.
Definitely. I was just thinking I might actually eat lunch outside today. Soak up some sun while we have it.
Great idea.
Yes.
Seriously, what gorgeous weather after yesterday's washout. Such a mood lifter, isn't it?
It really is. And I checked the forecast. Apparently, it's meant to stay sunny all week, which is amazing news.
No way. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I could definitely use a week of this. It just makes everything feel better, you know? I actually feel more productive.
Absolutely. The sun's really putting on a show today. Definitely puts a spring in my step. Hey, maybe we could grab that lunch outside later in the week if it stays nice.
Yeah, I'd love that. Great way to break up the workday. Let's do it.
See how that worked.
Perfectly. That's the source's core insight right there in action. The weather, that storm yesterday, kicked it all off. an instant shared experience. And from there, we easily talked about the weekend, got woken up by thunder, and then smoothly shifted to plans lunch outside, hopes for the week ahead. That's the magic. Weather talk opens doors. It's easy, relatable, and naturally leads to personal stories, shared feelings, future plans. It shows exactly how you can make that initial comment last. Make it a genuinely longer conversation, building real connection.
Okay, cool. Let's shift scene. Scenario 2. Winter coffee shop. Different vibe entirely. How might that sound? Brrr. Man, it is freezing out there today. Seriously, wrap up warm if you're heading out later.
You're telling me the temperature really dropped overnight, didn't it? My car was totally iced over this morning.
Really? I saw a bit of fresh snow, which looks pretty, I guess, but makes me worry about the roads. Might be icy.
Definitely.
Oh.
Had to walk like a penguin to get here. Still, it's so crisp and clear out now, isn't it? The air feels sharp, clean.
It does look nice and bright, but honestly, I'm already dreaming of spring. So tired of wearing 50 layers.
I feel you. But hey, trying to embrace the cozy factor for now. Good excuse for extra hot chocolate, right?
Tell me about it. I've basically been living in my fluffiest jumper. Makes me just want to curl up with a book all day.
Me too. Proper reading weather. You reading anything good at the moment?
Raised transition.
See? Winter weather naturally steers the chat towards cozy things. Shared cold creates instant empathy. You talk about comfort, staying indoors, maybe shared worries like icy roads or looking forward to spring. It sets a certain emotional tone, shared experience, understanding. The first comment, freezing, quickly moves to personal observations, ice car, shared concerns, icy roads, future hopes, dreaming of spring, and even into other topics like reading. That natural flow is key to extending the chat, getting beyond just the weather itself.
Okay, one more. Scenario 3. A sticky summer afternoon. Ugh, it is absolutely roasting today. So hot and humid. My AC is working overtime, lifesaver.
Oh, tell me about it. I spent all morning fantasizing about being at the beach, just floating in the sea.
Yeah, same here. A swimming pool would do. But hey, silver lining, probably get a killer sunset tonight with all this haze, right?
Oh, good point. Hadn't thought of that. Perfect for sitting out on the balcony later then, if it cools down just a bit.
Exactly. That's my plan too. Just really hope it stays nice, maybe a little less sticky for the weekend. Got a picnic planned.
Ooh, a picnic sounds lovely. Fingers crossed for you. Honestly, though, I'm just hoping this heat wave breaks soon. It's hard to think straight.
I know, right? Counting the minutes till it's cooler. What are you planning this weekend to beat the heat?
And again, the weather dictates the mood. Summer heat often leads to chats about seeking relief, enjoying free time, planning fun activities. There's a different energy. Talk revolves around comfort, lifesaver AC, future fun, beach, sunset, weekend plans, picnic, and shared coping strategies. All three scenarios show Weather Talk isn't a dead end. It's this incredibly flexible, season-dependent tool. It blends seamlessly into deeper chats about life, plans, feelings. It gives you countless ways to make that conversation longer and more meaningful.
These scenarios are brilliant because they show how it can flow. But let's be real. What happens if you try one of these phrases like, beautiful day, isn't it? And the other person just gives you a one-word answer or seems totally uninterested. How do you handle that without feeling awkward or losing your nerve for next time?
That's a fantastic, super practical question. Because, yeah, that definitely happens. Not every attempt is going to spark a 10-minute chat, and that is perfectly okay. Remember, the goal isn't to force interaction. It's to open a door. If they just grunt, yeah, and turn back to their phone, don't take it personally. Seriously, your job was just to make the friendly opening. You did that. One easy way to handle it is just a small, friendly smile and then let it go. Maybe they're stressed, maybe they're shy, maybe they just don't feel like talking. It's not about you.
Okay, so just bail gracefully.
Pretty much. Or, if the situation feels right, you could try a gentle pivot to something else entirely unrelated to weather. Like, if you're in line at the coffee shop, maybe a quick comment about how long the queue is or something simple like that. At the office, maybe, it's like a busy Monday morning, huh? The key is being observant and flexible. Don't push hard on the weather thing if it's clearly not landing. The beauty of small talk, especially weather talk, is it's so low risk. There's no real failure. You just got some information. They're not chatty right now. So try another angle softly or just respect their space. Even making the attempt, regardless of the outcome, signals friendliness. And that builds your own confidence over time. It's about getting comfortable with initiating, not about controlling the outcome. V, your personal weather confidence formula and global connection challenge.
Okay, what a tour through the seasons of conversation. We've got the phrases, the shadowing technique, seen it work in scenarios. Now it's time to bring it home, to take all this great stuff and actually put it into practice in your life, like today. It's time for your personal weather challenge.
Yes, this is the crucial step, where listening turns into doing, where knowledge becomes real confidence. And the source gives us a really clear roadmap for this. Not just go practice, but a specific, step-by-step weather talk confidence formula. Let's walk through it. Step 1, observe. This is fundamental, grounding yourself in what's actually happening. The instruction is simple but powerful. Look outside your window right now. What do you see? Sunny, cloudy, hot, cold, windy, calm, raining, dry. This makes your opening authentic. It's not some random line you memorized. It's about your real, current experience. That makes it instantly relatable. Be present. Notice things.
Okay, step 1, look outside. Got it.
Step 2, choose your phrases. Based on what you see, pick 3 phrases from today's lesson that describe it. So if it's a gray and drizzly, you might pick, it's a bit overcast, looks like rain later, and maybe gloomy day, isn't it? This focuses your practice. You're intentionally selecting tools relevant right now. It connects observation to specific language you can use, makes it actionable.
3 relevant phrases. Check.
Step 3, practice out loud. This brings back that vital shadowing principle. Say your 3 phrases clearly. Repeat them 3 times each. Don't just think them, say them out loud. This is physical training for your mouth, your ears listening back, your brain reinforcing the patterns. It builds that muscle memory so the phrase comes out smoothly and naturally when you need it in a real chat. It makes it automatic.
Practice out loud 3 times each. Okay.
Step 4, find your moment today. This is the big one. Taking it live. Use 1 phrase with a real person. Doesn't have to be a big deal. A colleague, cashier, neighbor, friend, family member, anyone. This is where you bridge the gap from practice to reality. You take that small, courageous step to initiate, and every time you do it, even if it's just a quick exchange, it builds your confidence for the next time. You start creating that positive feedback loop, making it easier and easier to start and maybe continue those conversations. You learn to make it longer by actually doing it.
Use 1 phrase with a real person today. I like how concrete that is. And this gets even better. This isn't just something for you to do alone. The source actually invites everyone listening to join a global weather connection challenge.
Yeah, and this detailed sharing mission, as they call it, is about more than just keeping yourself accountable. It has real community value. They ask you to share specific things. Your name, where you're watching from, what the weather's like right now, where you are, how it makes you feel, which phrase you want to practice, and when and where you plan to use it.
That's quite detailed.
It is. But think about why. It's not just homework. It's about actively building our global community of confident English speakers who can connect through weather talk anywhere in the world. Sharing your plan publicly. Huge for making you actually do it. Accountability works. Plus, seeing others do it. That's inspiring. It gives you courage, too. And maybe the coolest part, you learn from everyone else. You see how weather affects people differently around the globe, which phrases they choose, how universal this whole thing really is. Like the source says, the more you share, the more connected we all become. It builds this amazing supportive network. A global village talking about the sky.
I love that idea. A global village talking about the weather.
And it just hammers home why weather is this ultimate connector. It's happening right now, everywhere. Everyone experiences it. Everyone has some feeling about it. Love it, hate it, find it interesting. It's your instant, always available conversation starter that never really gets old because it's always changing. It's always relevant. It's the air we breathe, always there, ready to help you start talking. And maybe, just maybe, keep that conversation going.
Wow. What a journey today. From those awkward silences in the elevator to actually having the keys to unlock effortless small talk. You really do have the tools now, the understanding, the shadowing technique, the phrases, that clear action plan to turn any little weather moment into a real chance to connect, to genuinely master how to spark and sustain a conversation.
And maybe you have a final thought to leave you with. Something that builds on just how powerful this seemingly simple skill can be. Every weather moment, seriously, every one, is a potential connection point. Every forecast you glance at is a practice opportunity. Every season brings new vocabulary, new feelings, new ways to relate. You haven't just learned some weather words today. You've started gaining something much bigger. You're unlocking the secret to easier small talk. You're building the confidence to walk into almost any situation and find that little bit of common ground instantly. You're developing that subtle but crucial ability to turn silence into comfortable, natural chat. And ultimately, you're honing the skill to make other people feel genuinely at ease talking with you. Building bridges, that's huge.
It really is.
So maybe think about this. What other everyday things, like the weather, might hold that same kind of power for connection if you just approach them with a bit of intention, observation, and a ready toolkit. The principles we talked about today, noticing things, practicing intentionally, taking small steps, they apply way beyond just clouds and sunshine.
That's a great point. So much potential. So we really encourage you, take on your personal weather challenge today, share your story if you feel comfortable, join that global community, keep practicing, keep speaking with confidence. Until next time, stay warm or stay cool, depending on where you are, and definitely stay connected.